Yeah, if there's anyone here, let me know if shit's just like lagging up a storm. I would not be surprised. Let's get through this. Question is, am I even live right now? Won't know until somebody drops in, but I'm questioning if I'm live. Oh, I am live. Now, am I actually live, or is this shit like paused? Yo, Zach, where are you? I need somebody to let me know what's going on the other side. Won't let me watch on my end to be sure, but it says I'm not dropping any more frames, so I assume we're good. And I'm just gonna move on as if we are. And yeah. I apologize for any opinions people have over the background music. I am trying to make it not the priority sound here, but it's what we got to work with on the Twitch realm within the boundaries of their rules. This is the music we can work with. I wish I could play exactly who I want to, but I don't know. I don't really want to get banned on the first real weeks that I'm really doing something on this bitch. It's not gonna be over music, that's for sure. But alright. As you could tell, I am shining brighter than usual. OMG, I am live. Well, oh, hell yeah. Okay, that's good. Sorry, just I'm listening to my phone on my headset, so that was trippy. All right. So as you could tell from the title to this stream, I am working on the next pilostration. This pilostration is honestly one that should have happened a long time ago, but I wasn't there anywhere near this ready for to approach this in a mature manner and to be outside of it and to observe it from a bird's eye view. And on an objective level, this is a piece about what it is to serve each other, be there for each other, the different places you are in that circle of servitude, You know, you got that boss back there too, shouting commands. Various levels of attention, people taking in certain ways, giving in certain ways, people clearing out. Yeah, what's up, Zach? Got a delivery driver out there in the front. He might be ready to clock out. It's 1:37 on the clock. I don't know. And I am adding a new character. She is an important character to me. Has been an important character in my life, and it's a character that has been slowly growing larger, ironically larger, as time goes on in my illustrations, and she finally has a spotlight within the realm of my artistic attention. And I think I found a good place for her, dining across from Positive Pilot, who, if you know my work, she's an embodiment of my artistic prowess, my artistic desire, my body of work, so to speak, all in one. Is it anthropomorphic, or I think it's anthropomorphic, or I don't know, like a humanoid type representation of that essence, so that it can do its own thing apart from me using it, you know, even just to do this drawing in itself. My art has her own life, and my friends, whether I'm there or not, they get to interact with her at a totally separate table, and many times I am a separate entity serving many others in this restaurant, and every now and then I get to come back to a table, and who knows how she's feeling about how long it took for me to get back to her table. But at least the food's hot, so. But yeah, that's a little rant about what's going on. My plan in this stream is to get the general placement of the, speaking of the devil, getting the general placement of the heads in place, and maybe some general shapes, just to kind of feel like I'm less intimidated. Yo, what's up, homie? Because there's a lot to cover. There is a lot of ground to cover. And bless up to Mio Water for flavoring my generic tap water and giving me life. It's the body, or it's the blood of Christ. Mios, not Dios. Alright, I'm gonna get back to it. If anyone has any questions, I will be here. Clearly. What do you mean, what flavor? You need to be clear. Like, what flavor is this? Oh. Fruit punch, bruh. Come on, can't you tell by the hat? fruit punch, brother. Which one do you drink? The Holy Trinity. 3. I like making pilot heads from 3 points for my vectors. Bruh, I've been tempted to give that one a shot, and then I just say no. Like, what's wrong with me? Clearly something's wrong with me if I haven't given orange tangerine a chance. It's just like I've had some pretty fucking terrible experiences with 2 of the flavors for Mirror Water, and they kind of turn me off from the things that I know that I love. And that's fruit punch. Metapilot is mad busy carrying a heavy load as usual. One shoulder's dropped, one shoulder's tense. And it just switches back and forth. You know the deal. Yeah, dude, some are blah. And if you try some of the other flavors of other brands, oh my god, I thought... Like, I wasted $4 on this fucking bullshit one that looked cool, but it tasted like something I would put in my car. Like, if I were to imagine what windshield wiper fluid tasted like, that was like one of my experiences with another brand. And I was like, dude, bless Mio Water. Like, whatever they're doing, bless them. Yeah, dude. Really, you really need to count your blessings and show how grateful you are for Mio Water by purchasing their products. If Mio Water made like one of those aluminum, like their own brand of aluminum, like thermal cups, I would buy it. It has to be like engraved though, not a sticker. Mio Water for life. I know you probably saw my story where I had a Stargate, because I've been on a Stargate binge, but there was a Stargate like bit where he's putting what looks like a Mio Water like dropper into his flask, and I find out later in that episode that that's like a drug that the Goa'ulds that enslaved their race like made them take so that they were subservient. And I was like, holy mother of fuck, is it the same thing? Like, have I become a slave to Mio Water and the overlords that are responsible for how fucking good it is? I love all the different, like the female pilots in the series, they'll get these different eyeliners. And it's gonna be part of what like distinguishes them like from each other. You know, aside from a lot of the hair and shit too. Dude, this is a motherfucker. It's just so much work that I'm looking at, but you know, that's why I'm doing these little bits, just bit by bit. I don't want to start intimidated. I want to start this. Like, I'm doing this shit one-handed right now. Ah. Dude, I finally have AC in my second floor of my apartment. It's amazing. The AC from the bottom, the first floor, just never could reach the second floor. And worst of all, it would actually make it hotter on the second floor because the heat had nowhere to really escape, even if I opened a window. But now I have just the second floor AC on, and it's fucking heaven on earth. That was actually the thing that I needed done before I could start the meta pilot or the meta Pybe. Holy shit, that was cool to say. But the Dutch Master Pybe, I couldn't start until it was cold enough. Like, until I could make it cold enough in my room, because it like shit would. It felt like everything was melting. It's like he's trying to look at the table, but the big man's like constantly barking orders. You gotta do this, you gotta do that. What about table 1? What about table 3? What about table 7? It's like, how is Metapilot ever going to really focus on every fucking table if this goddamn sous chef won't get off his back? I had a massage recently, and I haven't had one in 5 years, and it felt like the guy took off the sous chef even for just an hour. It was like pretty surreal. I think I'm gonna. FYI, I'm gonna have the mic dropped and let the music ride. But I think I'm gonna try and do things simultaneously down the line, so they're really in conversation with each other versus doing one and then the other, or the other and then one. So that's what'll be happening for the next half hour. Cheers. I also find it important to express how excited I am to have a dog in a pilostration. Motherfucker. deep into that. If you haven't noticed from this picture, Positive Pilot has really attained quite a bit of confidence in her body of work and has been doing a better job of showing it off. Um, she's trying to find her style, showing the skin that she wants to show. Um, and she's consuming and interpreting those consumptions with a better attitude, I think, lately. More fun. There's less pressure in how to eat. Clearly, she just stuffed those chopsticks through 3 of those fried rainbows, which is what they are. They're like breaded fried rainbows, and then you dip it in a rainbow sauce or a sauce of light or a sauce of, I don't know. Maybe it's like black matter that they're dipping the rainbow in, like soy sauce or some sort of hot sauce. I don't know. Either way, she's eating the way she likes. No pressure, Positive Pilot. We're proud of you. So the thing about this character that's worth noting is how careful she is while she's eating. Also the difference of sauce consumption. It's not that she does not like the sauce. She loves the sauce, but that is why she's conserving her sauce use. If this is all the sauce they get, she's going to make it last. And better yet, she is going to get a box specifically. She's going to ask for a box specifically for holding whatever sauce she has left. She's also the type of character that conserves every bite. Not a big eater, but what she eats, she enjoys. And you could tell there's only really one missing. It's like she just started, but she's already getting the check. While Positive Pilot's over there across the table, pretty much eating half the bowl. But you know, art can be that way. It uses a lot of color these days. Oh. Phone's letting me know work is soon, so. But I could still vibe for another half hour. Like you have the hand underneath, making sure that none of that sauce drops. That if any of that sauce drops, she's going to lick her pilot nub. That's the type of character this is. So I also think it's important to mention that her position is reserved in this piece. It's like she's the type of person that doesn't want people to watch her eating. She's kind of representing that by not even necessarily facing the table. While across the way, Positive Pilot's leaning over the table. But in that regard, she spilt her drink while this character still has hers. And it looks like she barely touched it too. But you know, that's just this character. Oh shit. Did we lose? We lost the music? I wish someone told me. Alright, let's back up. Forgot what I was gonna say. Wow, the mind is ridiculous. Well, let's see if I remember. Ah, that's the thing about visual cues. I love working with visual cues because it really works with my type of memory. Um, so all I have to do is trust that if I look at this long enough again, I'll come to the same conclusions or something similar that would lead me down the same path neurologically. And I just remembered. So this is an example of kind of how this character represents my artistic approach or my approach to art as a entity versus an object. Try not to objectify my art. I try to find character in it, and even in the art process itself, which is what this character represents. My process of thinking, what I'm carrying, what I care for in terms of aesthetic. But yeah, I feel like part of that confidence that I mentioned earlier that Positive Pilot has been getting has it's shown in her the way she's dressing herself. Like obviously she is wearing a skirt, so she knows that her roots, that her legs, that what her foundation is as a body of work is not not to toot any horn, but she should show off her legs. She should show off the roots that have led her to be who she is. Like the legs of this character kind of represent the body of work that I started out with. Not always, but many times the legs stand for that. So she's showing her legs, and sometimes her legs are shown in a encrypted way, and that's kind of like the way I'm approaching the way I show my elder self through my newer work. How I try to acknowledge. What I've learned up to this point, like how I could learn up to this point because of everything I started out with. So she's showing her legs, long story short. But that leads me to it's funny I'm working on her butt, but that leads me to, and that does lead me to the next part of the body. She's kind of rocking this midriff. So she's kind of showing her belly, which is one, a sign of vulnerability. like similar to the dog, like when they show their belly they want pets, or they're showing that they're submissive. So by wearing the midriff, she's kind of showing that she's submissive to the viewer's gaze. She's showing her belly, but she also, with that, she's showing that you can pet her in a conceptual way, like engage with her as a body of work. It's kind of an inviting gesture for the artwork to show. So that's an example of how these aren't just like purely aesthetic choices. I have reasons for why I'm displaying things certain ways. Dressing things up in certain ways. Undressing things in certain ways. Like even these characters and what they're doing is important. Speaking of important, let's continue. Peace out, man. I'm about to clock into my day job, so I feel you on that. I really do appreciate you showing up. You rock, dude. As a Paibi Shogun, you rule. Got you, bro. Peace. Alright, so I feel pretty good about where I'm at right now. At least things are in motion. I actually think I got more done in an hour or less than I anticipated. But maybe it's because I really want it done. We'll see if I can carry that energy with me. 1 second. There's always something. It's like even if I'm not done, I want to leave it somewhere where it's all consistent and everything that's down is the way I want it for a while. I think. For the most part. But alright, I think next stream I'm going to do the clothing articles of clothing for all of the main characters. And we'll go from there. Clothing next. Clothing, bags. I may do positive pilot shoes and the pilot pup together in one stream. We'll see how it goes, but I do want to do their garments and stuff first. Maybe I could do their shoes and like the dog separately. Just processing out loud. But alright. I think the next time I will be streaming will be tomorrow around the same time, if not a little earlier. We'll see if I can get a reasonable schedule down, because I know I'll be working on this for the next couple weeks probably. It's a vibe. But alright. Your boy's out. To whoever's there.